One player we haven't mentioned yet, Gareth Bale. That's because Zidane is going to leave him home for this match. Here's what the Real Madrid manager had to say about Gareth Bale. Quote, he's a Real Madrid player, and I respect that. He preferred not to play. That's the only thing I can tell you. Ale, we've heard a lot of back and forth between these two, but these seem pretty serious. He's preferring not to play?
And if you're sitting on the fence in terms of what you feel about Gareth Bale as a player, and you didn't quite know whether to take the side of Real Madrid and Zidane or Gareth Bale, when the player himself allegedly says thanks but no thanks, and this stage of the competition and this caliber of player with that sort of talent, he's saying, no, I'm turning my back on the team. I'm turning my back on my teammates. I'm turning my back on my career. I'm saying, no, this is not important enough for me. I just have to say, you know what, regardless of what the friction and the sort of the mistrust and the lack of relationship and fractured relationship that there is between the player and the coach and the player and the club, at some point, you as a player, the one thing that you can control is, hey, I'm available. I'm here. I'm ready to go. It's your decision if you don't play me, but I'm here. You don't ever take yourself out of the selection process. You don't ever take yourself out of the possibility of playing, and you don't ever turn your back on yourself, your teammates. You don't do that. You don't turn your back on the locker room. And when you say, I don't want to play, that's not for me, man, that says everything you need to know about Gareth Bale, and none of it is positive.
Don, there's a lot of context around this situation, but is there any defending Gareth Bale?
Not if he's said what he supposedly have said, Sebi. I mean, listen, I've not checked Gareth Bale's Wikipedia, but I guarantee you at some point it says on there, a professional footballer. Now, if you're refusing to play, and listen, I've had 11 clubs over in England, and I've had some moves in my time, but not once have I ever said to my manager, I don't want to play. And you play for Real Madrid. You know, you're playing and you've got the potential to play in the Champions League. You know, this is a guy that's scored 2 in the Champions League final. He's won Champions League. He's won a ridiculous amount of honours since he's been at Real Madrid. Now, I understand and I get he doesn't get on maybe with the manager, and the fans just can't take to Gareth Bale. But if you want the fans to take to you, play for the football club. Don't come out and say, you know, if that's what he said allegedly, that thanks but no thanks, and I don't want to play in the Champions League. I don't want to play. I have never heard anything like in my life, Sebi. I find it so wrong because Gareth Bale, from what I've heard from people that I know and they know him, they tell me he's a stand-up guy. He's as honest as they come. He's a professional. This is not being professional. It doesn't look good.
Frank, we know in the past, despite the issues between them, Zidane has used Bale in critical moments. Surely he would have loved to have him as at least an option in this match, right?
Yes, of course, and it's been shown during the time that they shared together that Bale could have been a big part, because I remember that he scored a fantastic goal in the Champions League final. But that's what it is. I mean, there is a human being, which is a coach, who decides, you know, whether you're going to play or not. And you sign a contract, and you know you're not the only one there. And you have a lot, especially when you play for Real Madrid, you have other stars. And Zidane has maybe like 30 guys that he has to choose between them, and make sure that he's going to pick the best team. And then you're going to say, no, I prefer not to play because he didn't pick me. What kind of professional player you are? I mean, Bale has a fantastic talent. He's a fantastic player. But I think when he's going to look backwards, you know, at the end of his career, I think he's going to maybe say that he missed something. He missed something because he won many things with Real Madrid. But I mean, something is missing, and maybe it's the behavior. The pride of playing for Real Madrid is insulting the institution right now, and I think it's completely wrong. It's completely wrong. I mean, the image of himself that he's giving to the world is a very bad one. I don't know if he's going to listen to us, but he has to change his way of thinking football quickly.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.